This is Michael Orl with MobileBurn.com, and I have with me the LG Optimus 7Q, also known as the Quantum, being sold by AT&T here in the US. You can see it has a 3.5-inch display. It's got a full QWERTY keyboard here, slider form factor, the camera with flash on the back, fairly thin device, well-rounded. Few hardware buttons, just the Microsoft Windows button on the bottom, touch-sensitive buttons for search and back functionality, power activation button on the top, volume control on the right hand, and the camera shutter button as well on the right hand edge.
So we're here today showing you the LG Quantum that will be out with AT&T this holiday. And what you see here is the new Windows Phone 7 start screen. What's different about this phone is that you'll see here what we call live tiles. And what the live tiles are is they're everything from my favorite contacts. So I've posted myself here on the live tile. I've pinned some of my friends, websites, my favorite apps, my favorite office documents. I can pin as many things as I want on the start screen. I can also customize the start screen. So if I decide that I use Fandango a lot and I want Fandango up higher, I can move Fandango up a little bit higher. If I decide that I don't use one of my live tiles as often as I like, I can delete it easily and move my start screen around the way that I like it. Show you a couple things. If I drop into what we call our People Hub, what the People Hub does is it brings up a couple things. It brings up all of my recent contacts and the people that I've communicated with. It also brings up my entire contact list. So I can either scroll down and find a contact, or I can press the search button and search for a contact. If I scroll over again, what it does is it brings up my What's New feed, and specifically this is bringing in contact from Facebook and Windows Live. So I can scroll down and I can see all of my friends' posts. I can pull up a picture that a friend posted this morning, and I can look at the picture, and then if I decide that it's a picture that I might actually want to comment on, as soon as it's done loading, I can actually comment on that picture right from the screen, and it immediately goes back to my friend's Facebook page and is posted on there. It's taken a couple seconds, so let's just go back to start screen. Data's slow in here. So a few other things that I love, I'll bring up the calendar. What you see here on the calendar is this is actually integrating a couple calendars for me. It's my Outlook calendar as well as my Windows Live calendar. I've color-coded it, so the blue ones are my work, the orange ones or the red ones are my personal. I can actually go into one of my appointments, and what it brings up in the appointment is it actually brings up one of the addresses for the appointment, where I would have had to have written that down and gone to my map apps. Now I can basically press on the address, and it's going to go right into my map app, and it's going to pull up the location of where that appointment is. I can ask the phone to locate me, and it's going to pull on out, and it's going to show that we're right now in New York, in the Meatpacking District, and then I can press on the button right there to the left, and I can get turn-by-turn directions from my location back to Bellevue. So again, I don't have to leave one location to get to another location. I can just do it all in one stream of thought and find those directions. One other thing that I'll show you before we finish up is the Bing search is integrated in all of our phones. So we have a dedicated button on all of our phones. If I press the search button, it brings up Bing, the same way that you would see it on your PC this morning. So it has this cute little picture of this ferret, and if I want to get information, those are. So if I want to get information on whether or not that's a ferret or a rat or whatever that thing is, I can do it the exact same way that I would do it on my computer, on my phone. I can do search two ways. I can type in search here, or I can do speech recognition by using Tell Me. Pizza. See if this works here. It's going to have a hard time here this way. Pizza. All right. So let's type in pizza. If I type in pizza, what it's going to bring up is a couple of different things. It's going to bring up the news on pizza, so I can learn that there's a perfect art of pizza in the Daily Planet. I can read more about that. I can scroll over and I can find web pages that have to do with pizza. I can scroll over again, and what it's doing is bringing in all of the pizza places near the location that I am right here in the Meatpacking District.
With ratings.
With ratings. So if I decide that I want to go have a slice of pizza, but I want to make sure that it's a reputable place, I can go in here and press on Stella's Pizza, because I see that it's actually been rated. I can read the hours, I can find the website, I can get directions, then I can scroll over and I can actually read the reviews. So here are reviews from CitySearch, and I can read what other people say about this pizza place. Then when I'm done with the pizza place and I decide that I want to run a couple other errands, I can scroll over and I can press all the locations nearby. So I can find that there's a Chelsea Market Basket, Theological Seminary, there's a theater.
Can you filter that down at all by type?
Not currently. Right now it's just pulling up all the businesses and locations in the area. So all of that is right there. So again, it's not just pulling up information right about pizza, it's giving me other things that might be of interest to me when I do that search. If I press the Windows button, it's bringing me back to my start screen and then back to that dynamic live tile start screen again.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
So that's our quick look at the LG Optimus 7Q, or the Quantum for AT&T. I'm Michael Orl for MobileBurn.com.